What's up guys, it's me, Janne here, and well, on this week when I was doing the From Rags to Riches career mode stream, I was asked about my favorite car in Dirt Rally, and that also inspired me to do this video. So yeah, 5 cars that I love in Dirt Rally, and yes, these are mostly rear-wheel drive cars since the rear-wheel drive physics are so good in Dirt Rally compared to Dirt 4, so yeah, it makes sense a lot that I like these cars in this game as a result of that. And yeah, I have to say this isn't 100% honest list, since if it was where, don't know which one, it would have been just Lancias from 5th to 1st. But yeah, I think that's all for the intro. Let's begin the list. The first car on this list is the Ford Sierra Cosworth RS500, and it is from 87, if I do not remember horribly wrong. And it was used in the World Rally Championship by Ford from 87 to 92, if I remember correctly. But of course there were different versions of the Sierra. For example, a 4-wheel drive version later came to replace this rear-wheel drive car. And yeah, 300 horsepower, almost to 1200 kilos, and yeah, quite heavy car, but also really powerful for its time, and the most powerful in its class as well, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, a lot of power, a bit tricky to drive, not that much of handling abilities in the car, makes it really demanding car to drive, but also that's the reason why I love to drive this car. And also I just have a thing for 80s cars in general, or 80s sports cars, since I think that this can be classified as one already. There's just that some raw feeling that it's trying to kill you, and well, this is Group A car, so it's trying to make you feel bad. And yeah, there's just that something raw in this car that appeals to me on a primitive level. And yeah, since it's primitive, I can't explain it at all. But yeah, this is an absolute gem to drive in this game. Love it, absolutely love it, with a capital L. But yeah, that's the first car on the list. The second car on this list is the Lancia 037 Evo 2, and yeah, it's a Group B car from the earlier part of the Group B regulations, and yeah, an absolute monster of a car. I said earlier with the Sierra that I really love the cars that look like they're gonna kill you, and this is definitely one of those cars. And it doesn't just look like it, it also does try to kill you for real. And yeah, absolutely a driver's car indeed. It has a bit over 300 horsepower and weighs less than 1000 kilos, so there's quite a very fucking good weight and power balance or ratio in this car. And yeah, as I said before, a proper driver's car, you really need to know how to handle this beast in order to get, well, firstly to get through the stage, and secondly get through the stage fastly. Just an absolute amazing car. And yeah, you can see even I'm struggling with it, even though I've driven it quite a lot. And yeah, what else to say? Obviously it helps that 2 of my favorite drivers, Markko Alainen and Henri Toivonen, have both driven it at their careers, and also helps that I've seen this car live back in, can't even remember when, but way back then. It was part of the historic rally in the Neste Rally Finland. And oh, by the way, this is probably the first time ever that I have not cut that corner, so yeah, that's for you guys as well. But yeah, an amazing car from, I think it was made its debut in 82 or 83 and then was retired at late 85 in favor of even more beastly Lancia Delta S4. And yeah, this car is really on its home turf on tarmac, the best tarmac car probably in the game. Third car on this list is another Lancia, and this time it's my favorite Lancia probably. It's the Delta HF Integrale, and yeah, for four-wheel drive car, yes, the first on this list, and yeah, really fell in love with this car already back in like Gran Turismo 2, Colin McRae Rally 2 and 1, in those times, and of course the car having the brilliant Martini cars on it in real life makes it a hell of a lot easier to love this car as well. And yeah, the handling is nice. It's still somewhat soulful, the car, compared to the later four-wheel drive cars. This still has some characteristics, and all the cars in the Group A class have still some characteristics in them compared to the newer cars. So yeah, that's why it's really lovely to drive it. And yeah, also the suspension isn't as great as on the newer cars, so it requires a bit more work and a bit more throwing around to make this car go fast. So yeah, definitely a car that I love. Also helps that also both Kankkunen and Alain have driven Lancia Deltas, and yeah, do I even need more arguments for this car's sake? Absolute gem, this one as well. And oh yeah, Tommy Mäkinen used to drive one in the start of his career as well. In P2 on this list is Opel Kadett Gt 16V, and yeah, again a raw car with a lot of lack of handling ability, which is just something that I really adore. And as I've said before, this game has so amazing physics for rear-wheel drive cars, so do I have even a choice if I love this car or not, since yeah, it is just amazing. And also the engine sound is really raw, and I love it, since it is really distinctive. And yeah, I think that's quite still common practice for the 70s cars, that you could hear from long away at which car was coming just by listening to the engine note. And yeah, just an absolute gem of a car, and just handles really well if you put a bit of effort into the setup, and it can give you a really good time. I mean, like, will have fun, and also a good time for the stage if you just dare to drive this car on the limit, which also it's quite tricky after all. But yeah, just love this car, and can't remember the exact date, or well, the years when this car was used, but in the 70s, and probably built under Group 4 rules in this game, since I believe the Stratos and 131 and Escort are, so it would make sense that this would be Group 4 regs as well. Just listen to that engine, oh my god. Such a rally boner at the moment. It's hurting, and I can't think of anything to say, because I have no blood flow left in my head since it went to the other head of my body. But yeah, just an amazing car. Absolutely love it. And the favorite car is Ford Focus Rs Wrc 2001. And there's a couple of reasons actually for this being my favorite. There's a couple of sentimental things, and also a couple of other things why I really adore this car. But let's begin with the sentimental things why I like this car so much in this game and altogether. One, it was the main car, or the car, in Colin McRae Rally 2, a game that I spent really much time with in my childhood, and also this car having the Martini colors on it as well makes it an instant love for me too. And yeah, also this is the car in this very game that was the first car that I achieved a world record with. So yeah, how could I not love this car? So yeah, I mean, if you had two children and one would make you look really bad and would embarrass you, and the other one would make you look like the best guy in the world, it would be easy which one you would love more. So here's the same thing with this car. And the last sort of sentimental reason for loving this car is that it's in a way the last relic of the Group A days, since this is the last rally car that I know of that really looks like its road going version, and like it didn't have any extra spoilers or anything. It looked on the outside pretty much the same as the production model of the car as well, and that's just something that I really adore as well. And oh yeah, about the world record still. It's on this very stage, and I'll link the run or the video about it into the description, since yeah, it was quite a big thing for me with this car. And some other reasons for picking this car as well: it has a unique, distinctive sound as well, and it's surprisingly stable and really fun car to drive. Personally, one of my favorites in the four-wheel drive cars, and well, of course also one of my favorites in dirt rally as well. And you might see that there has been a slight body modification on the left side of the car, since I hit a tree in true McRae fashion while filming for this. But yeah, this is my favorite car in dirt rally. And that is the list. Those are 5 cars that I absolutely love and adore and worship in dirt rally. And let me know your top 5 cars in dirt rally in the comments below. And yeah, that's all for this time around. Thanks for watching. See you guys on, I don't know on what day, but I'll see you guys again on some day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.